your jaws.
Put the gun down before you kill someone.
Teenage Girl's Diary.
Hello and welcome to another Dollar Store Drive-In. I'm your host, Laura.
I'm Joel.
And this is Bailey.
Shaggy was on the camera, but
welcome to our home. This is a half-hour show, if this is your first time tuning in, and or listening in, if you're listening to our podcast. So you can't see Bailey, obviously, because he's a dog and he's sitting on my lap. But this is a half-hour show where we talk about a movie that we watched prior to the show, and we discuss it for your viewing and listening pleasure. This movie usually needs to be a horror theme, sci-fi, some sort of spooky thrillery kind of movie. It needs to be under $5. Mm-hmm. Needs to be found or given to us in the wild, usually purchased in the wild. And it needs to be something we've never seen before.
Or that Shaggy's never seen before. But that'd open up a whole lot more doors because he's not seeing a lot of movies. No. He's just a little guy. He's only 3.
Yes. And if this is your first time, or not your first time watching, but if this is Wednesday night and it is 6:30-ish, between 6 and 6:30-ish Central Standard Time, you can come chat with us, and Mr. Newlydead will tell me what you guys are saying, because usually he's the one that's chit-chatty typing.
But if you're not sure where to find us, for now, we're just going to leave it at YouTube. On the Tingler Television YouTube channel, there's a live chat option when the show is being aired live. So we'll be in there ideally, we'll be there, but sometimes the time shifts and we don't know when that's going to happen. So if we miss you, we're sorry. Feel free to hit us up on Facebook or at contact@thenewlydeads.com. And we'd be happy to chat about anything and everything if you have questions, comments, concerns, or otherwise. And hopefully soon we'll be back on Roku. We miss our Roku channel.
And speaking of finding us, you can also find us on the interwebs at thenewlydeads.com.
That's a nice segue.
That was.
Nice.
That fine little website. You can find all sorts of things because we are putting out content 6 days a week. Yeah, so usually on Sundays and Mondays we put out a blog post, 2 of them. Yeah, so he puts out movie reviews on Sundays, and then I put out something called Unearthing Small Businesses, where I talk about local businesses on Mondays, and then he puts out YouTube videos, I think, on Tuesdays. And then we've got Tingler Television on Wednesdays. And Thursdays is another YouTube video. Oh, podcast. That's our podcast. And then we take Fridays off.
Friday we rest and usually watch Joe Bob.
Yes. And then on Saturday, he puts out another YouTube video.
Yep. And the movie review is Cinematorium, which was a video show that was on our YouTube channel. You can find the old episodes there, but now we've converted to a blog since we have the show, and who knows, maybe more videos will pop up at some point. But anyway.
And then sometimes you can actually see us in person, like Summerween, which is going to be at the end of May at Wolf Hollow. Yeah.
We'll be there selling stickers and artwork.
We have a special design this year. I designed a sticker and he designed a sticker. So you can only get it at Summerween this year. So you can come and get it. And we have a poster that we designed together. So you can only get that at Summerween this year also. So come and get your Summerween goods.
And if that goes over well, who knows? Maybe we'll start doing more limited edition content.
Yeah, we're excited about it.
Fun with this.
Yeah, I've been doing more illustrative lettering.
She really likes saying
I like that word.
And I always liked doing posters when I was a youth, back when I was in bands and stuff. Yeah. And I miss doing it. And so this kind of combines our love of those things into a new art form. You are all wet. He just got my hand all wet. Anyway,
it's snowing outside.
So for the 567th time this week.
Yeah. I've always been into hand lettering, but I finally learned the term illustrative lettering, and I like that a lot better. So
it's not calligraphy.
No,
People always want to call it calligraphy.
I don't do
It's
calligraphy.
not calligraphy. That's different.
It's a whole different skill set.
It's a whole different world.
Yeah.
You're from Texas. That's
Yeah,
what they
you use
say.
different pens and everything.
Country, whole different.
Anywho,
Anyway, we're
here
getting
to
off
talk
topic.
about a movie, not
We
about
are.
my weird art form that I do.
Call it a movie?
Yeah. What did you call it a movie? I don't know. We watched Zombies Gone Wild this week.
With my youngest kid who sat through it with us as well. So they have thoughts too, but they will keep them to themselves unless
they're not here anyways.
Yeah.
On the front it says all they wanted was to score. They didn't expect to get eaten too. I'm going to read the long synopsis on the back of it. You ready for this?
Do you want to read the long synopsis, or do you want to just give your own little version of the synopsis?
No, I'll read it.
Okay, settle in, boys and girls.
You ready?
Everyone else in between.
I know this is your favorite part. Actually, it's my favorite part.
It's your favorite part.
Because I like to watch, because I can't see what he's doing when I'm reading, obviously.
Sometimes she peeks.
Yeah. Ready? Spring break is the annual rite of passage. Hundreds of guys embark on a yearly road trip pilgrimage in the hopes of becoming men. But this year, things are different. When Marty, Randy, and Leroy go in search of this year's crop of spring break hotties, they get a hell of a lot more than they bargained for. In fact, they'll wish they were only in hell as they go on the ride of their lives in Zombies Gone Wild. At times, startlingly funny, and others downright frightening, Zombies Gone Wild will have the guys wishing they never went looking for some action. It's not so simple when the girl of your dreams becomes your worst nightmare. Wow. It's not rated.
There's a reason for that.
Yeah. All right, then.
We have lots
Is there
and
a
lots
trailer
of thoughts
for this?
I'm sure there is. If there is not a trailer, because I never know beforehand. I don't
It
check.
says movie trailer.
There's one on here, so I'm going to guess there is, but there's been at least one instance where there wasn't a trailer, and I found something else fun to stick in there, just so you had something to watch during that time frame. But I'm pretty sure there's a trailer because it said so on the package.
Okay, well.
Speaking of which,
here's a trailer right here.
Clever. Anything I should know about it?
It's pink.
That's it?
It's Gone Wild.
No.
It's a trailer gone wild. Oh, Shaggy likes that.
Shaggy got a little.
Shaggy's very sensitive when you have loud voices, and he's a sensitive doggy.
He is a sensitive boy. He had a rough life as a hobo.
He was a hobo dog.
He was a hobo dog for a while, and
eating bees,
licking trees, and he still tries to do those things.
Yep.
But he's super sweet unless you try to take his food, and then he'll shiv you with a shank or shank you with a shiv.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. He keeps one in his back pocket. You can't see it right now, but it's sharp. It hurts.
All right. Well, roll that beautiful bean footage, Joel. Roll that beautiful
bean. Gotta find that GIF again.
Roll that beautiful bean footage. We'll be right back. We're back, and I'm sorry about the trailer.
When the dog bites.
I don't think you had to add anything into that trailer, because it's a piece of poop.
It's Mac tonight. You don't want me to add anything to the trailer?
I mean, I don't think you need to.
I mean, I think that's probably a good idea because then you guys can witness it.
Yes, please. Don't add anything to that trailer. Don't add anything to that trailer. I want them to see this garbage for what this garbage is.
The only thing I can do is improve it. Maybe.
Don't. Maybe let them watch it.
Maybe that's what I'll do.
Let them watch it.
If we do this short enough, maybe I'll throw the trailer again at the end and I'll fix it.
Just let them watch it.
But anyway, so when we watch the movies, I always take notes. She sometimes takes notes. And I usually draw pictures. I said that on purpose like that, pictures.
I drew pictures.
When I take notes. So this time I drew a piece of poop with some flies on it.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote fake dog because there was a fake dog.
There was a fake dog.
I wrote this guy that apparently had IBS because he kept pooping and farting everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And then I drew a grenade down here. And then I'm trying not straight to see. It's an axolotl.
He's so cute. Even his puke is cute.
That's what my kid said. He's so cute.
I drew a zombie.
Look at him.
A very stiff zombie. And then I did the
There's your lettering.
Wild.
See? That came out good. That could be a sticker right there.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody wants a Zombies Gone Wild sticker, message us at contact@thenewlydeads.com
No one
on our
ever
Facebook
does.
page. Nobody ever does.
Nobody
They
ever
really
does.
don't. We talk to people in the chat. There are people that do show up to the chat regularly. But
if you'd like a sticker that says Zombies Gone Wild,
please let us know. Maybe we'll have them at the summer week.
And an axolot hurl.
I mean, yeah, you can't see it on here.
It's an axolotl that is
right
throwing
here.
up.
When we do the second annual year of notes that Mrs. Newlydead will put on our site when we hit our second anniversary, you'll see it then, if not sooner. But anyway, so my notes. Zombies Gone Wild is from 2007. It is currently sitting at a whopping 1.2 out of 10 on the Internet Movie
That's
Database.
generous.
It is an hour and 41 minutes long.
Torture.
I don't know why I learned to edit. I say that as I never edit these. Like I rarely do any cuts in our things because I just let it go with what we're talking about and I just stick stuff in there to make it funny. I probably should edit it. Maybe that'd make it a tighter show. But yeah, this could have used some heavy editing. Anyway, it was written and directed, if you can say that, by Gary Robert, 2 first names, who also wrote and directed Family Motocross, Tactical Paintball he directed, Motocross Zombies from Hell.
Oh, great.
So apparently it's a theme. Motocross is a theme. Then he also wrote Behind the Monsters and this. So got some credits there. This stars one Dave Compatello, who was in Family Motocross, and this. You'll notice a trend that most of the people in this film have maybe a credit. There's only like a couple of them that have multiple credits, and I grabbed them. This also stars Chris Sapphire, who was in Family Motocross. This. And I only put this down, it's a short, but I thought it was funny. It was called Hughes the Force. And it basically is a Star Wars and John Hughes mashup. So like if Star Wars was directed by John Hughes. It sounded kind of entertaining. I don't know if it is. Since it's not done by Gary Robert, it might actually be entertaining. This also stars Dominic Rochelle's erotic journey from Milan to Minsk. No, she was in Blood Sun Town. I don't know what that's about. And this. And then finally, we have Dre Swain, who is the most notable actress in the entire cast. She was in a lot of stuff, but these are the highlights. She was in an episode of Shameless, which my wife is a fan of that show. Why are you looking at me confused?
Keep going.
She was in 4 episodes of Harvey Danger, which if you have kids that are my kids' age, excuse me, let me rephrase that. If you have kids that are my kids' age, sounds weird, you'll know the Nickelodeon show Harvey Danger. She was in 1 episode of Fairly Odd, which is I think a reboot or a new version of Fairly Odd Parents. And she was in 6 episodes of Danger Force. She's primarily kind of a stunt person. I'm not sure which character she was in the movie. I didn't, because she looks different now. Yeah. So at this point, my wife and Bailey turn to me and say,
"Who's the person that kept playing all the same character?"
That's not what she said. I don't remember the actor's name.
Well,
I think it was.
Why didn't you put that person down too?
I don't know, because I when I made the notes, that was before we were watching it. I always make them like the couple
There was
days
somebody
before.
that was in almost. They played every character.
Well, my kid said it was the director, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, they played like.
But that's
the
not the
dad.
same person that you said that directed it.
No, Dre Swain is a woman.
No, who'd you say directed it?
Gary Robert. According to the. I don't know my phone.
I'm very confused.
Why?
Because that's not the same. Oh.
I was going to say, I'm going to go get my phone, but let's just not do that.
Okay.
And hopefully it's on there. If not, you've got your phone, but your phone is being used for something else at the moment. So
It's GR.
Jerry Robert.
I'm very confused
Why?
because that's not the same name. I don't think it was like.
Well, then the person that was playing all the characters wasn't the director. It was somebody else.
Yeah. So then why isn't he like credited on anything?
Well, the character that she's referring to played the dad of one of the main characters, the nerdy guy. Played a guy that was selling drugs. Played a very inept police officer. Played several different racist parts.
He was a white guy, played a black guy,
Who was
played a like
was doing an Indian accent, and who also played a
Chinese person.
Yep, and a Mexican, and just any race that was other than his
Maybe
own.
that's why he's not credited on here.
He did and made some offensive slurs. And that's just the tip of the iceberg as far as what was wrong with this movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 2007. Even when blackface was accepted in the community, which was way back. Once you hit 2007,
not okay.
No,
not okay in any right at all.
Not a thing that should be done.
No,
and they did it more than once, and they did it for extended periods of time.
So now you can say.
Now I turn to my wife and she says,
"What'd you think?"
I think you guys already know what we thought, but let's dig into this. And this, I promise you, is not going to be an hour and 41 minutes long. The opening song I wrote was so 2007 because it was. Then there was a lot of farting and pooping. The black character in the movie, I don't remember his name. I don't remember any of their names. Thank you. Wore these thick, like plastic Coke bottle glasses that you can buy at any novelty store on the planet, and that was supposed to make him kind of a nerdy guy. There was a lot of jokes about wearing air fresheners, and the glasses sometimes were there
because he threw up.
In another second, they were gone. Like the glasses would come and go throughout the scenes. They were never consistent.
He barfed in the beginning.
But then like air fresheners kept showing up like throughout the whole thing. There was this constant joke about the van they were in smelling like death and buttholes and just disgusting. Excuse me, my dog is chewing. Hey.
Oh.
I'm trying to get him to stop chewing. He's got itchy problems and he's got some allergies, I think. So I just don't want him to hurt himself because he won't stop because he's a hobo dog. Anyway, we're just going to edit that out. So this is a shot on video and not very well, I might add. And I am a bit of a connoisseur.
He's a fan of shot on video.
I just recently gave somebody a playlist of some recommendations for my good friend Cody. He wanted some for a friend of his because he's not really a fan of shot on video. But I've read books about it. I've written reviews about them. I watched them, and this is a recent thing in the last couple of years. That's when I really dug into it. But anyway, so yeah, this wasn't good. Oh, they also used the R word a lot, which I don't even know how to say it without. If you know what I mean, there's the N word and there's the F word and then there's the R word, and they use that one a lot, which also is not acceptable anymore. And they just did it like it was just
people with special needs.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, like,
we asked if there was actually a script, and then my kid was there watching it with us and cursing my name the entire time for I didn't make them sit through it. They could have left at any time, but they stayed. That they saw that it was improv, and that there was a rough script that was provided, but there was a lot of misspellings, and it was given to them on the day of, kind of like the Willy Wonka in the UK experience that happened. I mean, I said this is a legit bad movie, and then I said, but they tried, ? And I'm not even sure they tried.
They did not.
Like when we were kids and VHS camcorders were first becoming a thing, I know myself, even before that, when we had a 8mm or 16mm camera to shoot family, gatherings and stuff. Even then, my brother and I and friends would occasionally make little movies. And when I got to high school, my friends and I also had a VHS and made movies. Did you ever make movies with your friends?
I mean, I had to make one for Spanish class.
So you've done it. Yeah. And you know, my wife has been interviewed before on camera and then has been, you know, done segments on YouTube and stuff. So, you know, we're no strangers to making content.
I mean, we're making one right now.
We're literally doing it right now. But I swear that these guys just said, hey, let's get a camera and go just shoot a bunch of scenes and we'll put it together and it'll be great. And then there's the scene at the gas station. I legitimately have no idea what was going on in that scene, and it lasted for like 10 minutes. The dialogue was incomprehensible. The actions were nonsense. There was a gas station attendant who was just previously a very inept police officer, which that scene didn't make sense either. He was breaking the windows of the van. He was spraying stuff everywhere. I don't know. It was just really weird.
The entire movie, they talked over each other. They farted, they pooped. There's no sense to any of the scenes.
Nope.
They, you know, there was no character development. There was no rhyme or reason for any of the scenes at all. It's called Zombies Gone Wild. You don't see any females even until an hour and 6 minutes into the movie.
And then the zombies don't come until
at the same time.
Yeah, like you see your first zombie, but the actual like massive zombies, which is like 8 guys, well, 8 people, or maybe 10, didn't come till even late, like 1:20. I don't know. It seemed like it was much later.
Yeah. I said, this is the worst movie I've ever watched in my entire life. It's racist, incoherent. It makes no sense. It's full of barf, farts, poop, driving places for no reason, talking over each other, people dressed up as other races. This movie should be banned.
And, you know, individually, I've seen all these things in other films, and sometimes they make sense or sometimes there's a purpose for it. But this felt like, you know, like if you've ever seen like an 80s movie with a bunch of jocks and that are represented, you know, as a stereotypical jock. I'm not saying that all athletes are like this, but the stereotypical jock, it's like that's what these guys were either actually or they were trying to portray. I don't know. It was off the rails.
There was 2 girls, I think, that were deaf.
There's one that I know of for sure.
I think 1 or 2.
Well, there was the one that was deaf that he kept making jokes about her being the R word.
Because
and then she turned into a zombie and was
deaf.
still that way.
Yeah.
So still deaf, obviously, because she's just undead.
Yep.
And he continued to make comments about it. The only thing that I found amusing was the scene with the police officer at the lake where there was just a constant sound of ducks. Thought it was funny because there was just nonstop duck noises. There were no ducks anywhere in the scene. They were just there to pretend like they were, you know, because they were down by the water.
Didn't think that was funny.
For some reason, I found that funny. Just I think because it was a running gag.
I think it was annoying.
They literally, the last battle with the zombies lasted 2 days because the sun was up, then it went down, then it was up, then it went down, and then it was up.
Then they had a laugh track that came in.
Just randomly.
And I think that the guy said something about consistency or something like that in the scene. The very end of the movie,
yep,
it completely fell apart. And basically the guy said that he was getting mad that his makeup was falling off.
Mm-hmm.
Said something about him getting paid $200 a week. The one girl said, "You're getting paid $200 a week while I quit." And then she like stormed off. And that was the end of the movie.
Yeah, and then they cut to there was a one of the zombies that all the guys that were guys and girls that were there as zombies kept dying and coming back as other zombies. But there was this guy for some reason kept coming back in a Klansman robe, a Ku Klux Klan robe with writing on it. And so they did a close up of the back of his robe, and I don't remember what it said there. But it zoomed in on it, kind of like the end of a Looney Tune, you know, like that's all, folks. But it just zoomed in on it, said whatever it said on the back of it, and then they roll credits and the music starts. And I legit have no idea. And you know, we thought it couldn't get any worse than the last bad movie that we had that was bad, like the Mermaid's Curse, which was the worst thing we'd seen for a long, long, long time.
At least they tried. They actually made a movie.
But then,
Mermaid's Curse actually made a movie.
right?
This was not a movie. This was a bunch of people
Just fiddling, farting around.
Yeah.
Literally.
Trying to make something funny, and it just came off as like super offensive and not
Unfunny.
even in a funny way. Like, it's not, Jackass is offensive, but like,
It's comical.
right.
There's more production value in a Jackass episode. The first season of
Yeah.
Jackass, the first 2 episodes of Jackass have more production value than this.
Right. And like, you can still feel hatred towards some of the guys in Jackass and be like, okay, these guys are pompous assholes or what, sorry,
Whatever your
excuse my
thoughts are,
language
sure.
or whatever, but still be like, okay, well, it's still production. You know what I mean? And still feel like you watched something and not feel like you wasted an hour and 41 minutes of your life. This was complete garbage. Like, you couldn't even pay attention to what they were saying. There was like no dialogue that you could even understand.
Yeah, I don't know whose idea this was or why, but I mean, I thought Pelt was going to hold the record for a while because
That was like blown out of the water.
Pelt.
Like, this Pelt is a +5 compared to this.
And if you want to watch any of our old episodes, any of the ones now that are on YouTube are still available, I believe. If you go into the Tingler Television YouTube page, and you can go back, we're always on Wednesday nights. So if you go to the Wednesday night episodes, you can watch our prior episodes. But I want to say that was 2 weeks ago, was the Pelt episode. Yeah. So anyway, that I had a -5 on that one. I think you were a -2.5, I believe. So is at that point we're going to rate this
Sure.
flaming, steaming pile
Yes. Let's say, I don't know, out of Porta Johns.
There was a Porta John scene, so that's fair. I kept debating what to give this, and I've gone back and forth because I already rated it on Letterboxd, and they don't have negative numbers on there. You can give it no stars, and that's as low as you can go. So that's what I did. But I feel like Pelt was more entertaining than this was, and I hated Pelt. So I'm gonna go. I feel like 10 is a little too harsh. So I'm gonna go with -9.
Oh, we can go that low?
We can go. It's our show. We can give it a -1,000,000 if you want.
Oh.
But just keep in mind that we got a lot of other movies to watch, so we have to have some sort of a reasonable scale because it's possible there's something that could be worse than that.
I doubt it.
It's possible.
I doubt it.
I thought there wasn't going to be much worse than Pelt, but here we are.
I'm going to say -10.
So, okay. So this is officially the worst movie we've ever seen. And maybe if you're lucky, if I can find another copy someday, you could get a copy for yourself, just like the winner of our last scare package,
Yeah.
Teddy,
Good job, Teddy.
who got a copy of one of the worst movies you've seen, autographed.
Mm-hmm.
But
all right. So if they don't want to watch this hot, steaming pile of garbage, what should they watch?
so here's the thing. As we said, I love shot on video. So I decided I didn't want to go with a standard film. I wanted to go shot on video, and I wanted to go with something that felt like a spiritual equal to this, but that was done better. Now, it's shocking how similar these two movies are. However, one was the beginning of a career that has now spanned multiple decades and is still going on. I'm friends with this person, and I'm a fan of their films. But this first film is a little harsh and can have some moments that feel like this movie, but not quite. This one feels like it's more in fun, and there's a tongue-in-cheek, not trying to be serious. So anyway, I'm going with Mulva Zombie Ass Kicker by Chris Seaver. And I'm also going to throw in Mulva 2 Kill Teen Ape because you can't see one without the other, because part 2 is far superior to part 1. But I really enjoy part 1, but it is super... someday I'm going to show these to the wife. And there's a documentary about Chris Seaver called Zero Budget Heroes, the history of low budget pictures, I believe is the title. Check it out. Anyway, so that's what I'm saying.
Okay. Then what are we watching next week?
Oh yeah. Do you want to do that now, or you want
yes,
to wait till
please.
after I give my...
Hopefully that was a nuclear explosion.
It's going to be a bunch of somethings. All right. Next week is ITN week. I think we have failed to do an ITN week.
Oh,
one of the
no.
months.
That means I have to come up with something.
So we're gonna take a leap
Gotta
of
warm my
faith.
brain up.
This is called The Final Scream from 2019, chosen at random from our list from Randy. So thank you, Randy, for providing us this list of films. We're actually getting close to almost being the end, and we missed the Easter episode. My fault. We're getting close to like the last 4 or 5 movies.
What's the movie?
The Final Scream from 2019, which I'll give you this much. Randy said in the email with the screener link, he said he feels like it's an underrated slasher.
Okay, so do I have to make something up?
You can, I mean, at this point, we're running out of time, so you have to keep it short. So just make it real short.
The Final Scream?
Yeah. Keep it short.
Okay.
It's a slasher.
It's a slasher.
Yeah.
Okay. Tina, our friend Tina, we'll use her name.
Hi, Tina.
Hi, Tina. Using your name.
Thanks for the hug, Tina.
Yes. Tina and her friends
Tina.
are shopping at the mall, and they stumble across Joel, who's lurking in the shadows. They thought that he was being creepy, so they started to run. Then they realized it wasn't Joel at all. It was the slasher. Final Scream.
Were you talking about Tina who comes and chats with us? Or were you talking about? Oh, I thought you meant Tina, your friend's friend, Tina.
No.
That's why I said thanks for the hug, Tina.
Who's my friend's friends, Tina?
Tina that we saw at the going away party.
Oh.
I was like,
There's a lot of
thanks
friends
for the
named
hug.
Tina.
Yeah. The other Tina who chat, I've never met you before, but we're huggers. So
I have
if you
a lot
ever
of
do,
friends
you're welcome
named
to hug if you're comfortable with it. But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
No, the Tina that talks to us.
Yes. Tina, we haven't actually met yet, but
But she's our friend.
We are friends with her and her husband, and we thank
I
you
figured
guys
she'd
for
appreciate it.
watching it. So yeah.
Yes.
All right, we've already given all of our stats, so
Yeah. All right. So thank you very much for watching, and until next time.
keep it cheap and creepy, but not this cheap and crappy.
Oh, please don't. Bye.
Go look after your mother and sister. Where are you going?
I'm gonna finish this.